Last time on Knights of the Rolled Table, XX Bloody Heart, xXMinotaur, Clara the Dryad, and Black Pepper the Sprite were sent by Lady Aranye to retrieve the Staff of Renewal. They met a monk named Carol with a magic random portal ring, got attacked by plesiosaurs, disrupted a demon summoning ritual on behalf of the demon, and moved an immovable rod. I'm sure it will be real chill from here on in, though.
So Minotaur dives through this portal, and on the other side of the portal, he does a perfectly formed cannonball into a field. And it's actually kind of squishy and wet enough that he doesn't injure himself at all. But he does not end up in the water. And the rest of you kind of tumble through after him in your own way. And you get up, you look around, and what you see is more or less a swamp. You're facing a great big, flat, calm lake. It's not that big. You can see the other side of it.
What's the tree situation look like?
Yes. So we'll start with the lake and work our way out. So this like pond / swamp is maybe 200 or 300 feet across, flat, serene. More or less roundish. It's got various tributaries going off, and it's very like a shallow entrance, so it's open water in the middle, and then there's kind of like reeds and grass, and then there's like very squishy area, and so you're right sort of on the edge between sort of dry land and squishy, wet, mossy land. And then beyond that, behind where the portal opened, are trees, pretty thick trees, swamp. Like, what's the name
Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas?
No, it's not Grandmother Willow. Regular, just like not speaky or magic trees.
Like I can't sing my feelings to it?
No, it's not going to answer. It's not going to sing back. It's not going to give you wise advice.
Zach,
except you're a dryad, so maybe it will.
I am a dryad, and yes,
all right.
Grandmother Willow is going to give me some advice.
All right. Well, there you are anyway. Go to town. What do you want to do? You don't see any noticeable threats immediately surveying the area. Looks kind of chill.
Carol, where are we?
We're getting kind of off track here.
I keep telling you guys, I don't know where we're gonna end up. I know when we can go. I know how we can get there, but once we get there, I don't know what we've gotten into. All right?
Not really helpful. I'm gonna go talk to a tree.
Well,
maybe we have to solve someone's problem. You know, like we have to solve the problem in order to go to the right place. The next time we will end up in the right place. It's like a karma thing.
Is that how it works, Carol?
My ring just has to have a certain amount of magic that needs to fill up. It takes about a few minutes. But that doesn't mean we just need to be hopping from place to place. I mean...
Well, do you ever go back? Do you ever go back to a place you've been before? We don't need to be here. We need to be back where we were.
Well, when we were back where we were getting almost eaten by water dinosaurs.
Yeah,
well,
that wasn't
true.
Great. I did not care for that.
I mean, what are you guys trying to find? I heard something about a staff, but...
Yes, it's a magical staff.
Yeah, it's like special stick.
Like my staff?
Yeah, it's like that.
Kind of. This one's got
What's wrong with my staff?
No, don't get me wrong. Your staff is cool and great, but this one like has some magic stuff in it. Like it's important.
It's
people want it.
Things.
Can we take a look at Carol's staff and just make sure that it's not the actual staff we've been looking for all this time?
Sure. Roll investigation.
I rolled a 1.
It could be the staff. It is a staff. To you, it's like it might as well be a sequoia. It's giant. Maybe
this is the biggest piece of wood I have ever seen. Being held by a person of your size.
Well, thank you.
They all look the same to me.
Well, you
Alright.
didn't get yours at the bottom of the ocean, did you, Carol?
No, I didn't. I made this while I was in the temple, actually. I was put in
Okay.
timeout, as we monks say, so kind of started just whittling around and made it.
Well, very
Yeah,
good.
I punched one of my head monks.
That would probably be bad then.
Yeah. But hey, I relax now, take a deep breath, learn to control it a little better.
Are you still on a timeout, or are you allowed to be back?
I hope I'm not. If you leave on a timeout, it's like an AWOL, absent without leave of your timeout.
Oh, yes, you should not be a
wallow.
deserter in the ranks. That is very bad.
Well, we're in a swamp. We're not in a desert.
Hey, Clara, is my are my pants wet from the ground? Are they? I tried to wipe it off. Does it look?
They
like
are
I'm
very
peeing
wet.
myself?
They're like muddy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is-
Minotaur, you should just take a moat. Listen, you guys, I've got this. Let me go
I'll
talk
just-
to a tree. I'll find out if anything cool is happening nearby. We've got this. And I'm going to go knock and talk to a tree.
All right. So there's not a lot going on if you want to kind of settle in while you talk to trees and such
I
and
do,
count
Zach.
a short rest. Everybody can credit a short rest. Carol, also to clarify like how this little ring works, its recharge rate is fairly variable. Sometimes he hops through and it charges pretty quickly within a couple of minutes and opens a new portal. That tends to be when there's a lot going on. Sometimes it takes hours. Sometimes Carol has walked through a portal and been stranded for weeks and weeks. And it seems to have to do, Carol has several theories about kind of how it works, but that part seems to have to do with kind of how much magic is around. Like it kind of absorbs magical power. And so if there's a lot of magical stuff going on, like for instance, a summoning ritual to summon a fiend from wherever the fiend is from, going to recharge pretty quickly. If there's not a lot going on, it might take longer. And so it looks like it might be a while this time. So while everybody can credit a short rest, Clara, you want to talk to a tree?
Yeah, sup tree.
Hello, my
Hey.
friend.
Hey, sup girl.
It's a grove of trees. So like, hey, who are you talking to? Hey, come talk to
Hey.
me over here.
What's up,
Hey.
man?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
it's been a while since we've
listen.
seen somebody.
You're hot.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that I would be objectified by an oak.
Hey,
like
don't
that.
be creepy. Lay off, all right? She
Ooh,
just
you
got
got
here.
some fine branches, girl.
Would you say leave me alone?
That's right. Yeah, I would say leave me alone.
Yeah. No, anyways, so like me and my friends here, we're new to the area, just trying to get the sitch on like what's going on nearby. Y'all seen anything cool? Maybe like a staff or something?
What's up with the cow? Did he poop his pants or something? He's all like,
He's the worst. Be glad
Yeah.
you can't smell because he's so gross. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Alright,
swing
so
my
like-
branch toward him. Yeah.
the humanoids notice absolutely nothing. No movement.
Minotaur walks over, starts rubbing its butt on the side of the tree.
Oh, this is
Oh
really
man, not again.
Grab some
The
bark.
tree is now slightly more muddy.
ew.
Anyway, sorry about that. What were you saying?
No, I was just trying to get the lay of the land, figure out what's going on around here. Like
Oh yeah,
anything
totally.
cool, anything shiny? Have you seen a staff? Maybe you said not a lot of people have been through here, so I'm assuming there's not really anything we need to worry about, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just kind of the swamp and swamp stuff. Haven't seen any staffs or anything. A while back, somebody else popped through a portal like you and picked some herbs and something. But
Great, pick some herbs.
that's
Like, are
about
there
it.
special herbs around here?
oh yeah, well there's like Shelly's and winter sporns and well there's like Jaspers and she took some Jaspers and she rolled out. She
Hey,
wasn't here for
Black
very
Pepper
long.
knows about local herbs and toxicology and making things like that too. So
I would relay that information to the party.
I think Black Pepper wouldn't recognize any of those. Are like plant names and they're literal names for plants. Plants tend to have their own naming convention as previously established in the podcast. So those aren't names that Black Pepper would recognize.
I like how
But
deep our plant lore runs in this.
it's getting
podcast.
kind of heavy. Getting heavy.
I don't recognize those. Hey, do you know if any of these are nearby? There's a tall and green and fuzzy. There's the one with the red spots. There's the one that looks like an umbrella. Any of those? Those are very useful.
You spend some time with Black Pepper trying to translate through Clara what he's asking for and the trees explaining in their terms, and you don't get really far trying to translate sprite names for herbs to tree names for herbs. But Black Pepper cruising around, roll a investigation with advantage for your herb knowledge.
This is the equivalent of asking for directions in a foreign country.
Yes.
Looking for big building shaped like house.
Yeah, XX, you didn't happen to bring like an extra pair of pants that are big enough for me?
No, of course not.
As you're talking now, and talking to the plants and all of that, you're starting to notice like definitely a lot of bugs. Now that you're like seated and not moving and you've been there a little bit, you're definitely starting to swat a lot at
Gross. Hey, just a thought. Trees, my homie trees. Just a thought. You guys have like a bunch of extra leaves or something that maybe my friend here could use for pants, because as you can see, he's a little disgusting right now, and I would love to help cover up that whole situation.
Want us to make him pants?
Yeah, I mean, like, just like little leafy pant action.
Minotaur's looking real sad.
We could do that. Hey, send him over here. Come on, buddy. We're safe.
Minotaur, come over here.
Yeah.
We're gonna help you out with your pants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll walk on over.
So do you need me to take them off?
No, we got it. Just hold still.
I'm just gonna turn around. I don't want to see anything that's happening right here.
Oh.
So Minotaur steps up to the grove of trees, and branches start wrapping around him, and vines kind of come up and wrapping around just his lower half. And the torn up cloth, muddy pants that he was wearing are just kind of like pulled away and replaced by the branches pull back, and Minotaur is wearing a very lovely form-fitting pair of pants that it looks like they're entirely made of leaves, like fresh green leaves, but it's remarkably durable. It's remarkably like woven together, strong. It doesn't seem like it would necessarily fall apart quickly, and they're very fashionable.
And he smells like lavender now because he's been.
Does smell like lavender.
Just tons of.
Oh, wow. Clara, could you say thanks to your tree friends here? I mean,
yeah, no problem. Hey, thanks,
they've
guys.
really taken care of me.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you, trees.
No, he's not being weird about it at all. It's cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
I feel weirdly attracted to trees now.
Anyway, Black Pepper is investigating the local herbs and things, and it's really nothing that he recognizes, but he does see some just like comparing to other herbs that he thinks might be of value to a potion maker or something. And Carol also, another thing that Carol knows about, has kind of deduced about the ring, is it seems to sort of piggyback on other portals. So where it opens up portals is someplace somebody else has opened a portal somewhere in the universe recently. So the previous summoning circle, a portal was opened for Nalshpezhny to get pulled through. It makes sense in this area that sometime recently somebody must have opened a portal to this area to maybe pick some herbs and things, but they seem to be long gone. And man, there are a lot of bugs right now. In fact, there's just like more and more and more. It seems like mosquitoes or something. You're getting kind of itchy where the first few have bit you. Let's roll initiative.
Black Pepper turns invisible.
What? Roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Against the bug.
7.
Errol got 19.
Black Pepper got 13.
Uno.
Six got a 4.
Oh no.
The bugs there's just more and more and more, and they seem to be kind of like exponentially collecting. around you and swarming around you to the point where you feel like you need to do something quickly. There seems to be just like massive swarms of mosquitoes going around. They're kind of starting to group up a little bit. So you can kind of see several clouds of these mosquitoes. Carol, you have the first opportunity to do something about that. There's a particular swarm of these insects coming right up towards you.
Carol is going to
Punch some insects.
Carol is going to try and climb up one of the trees, hide behind the leaves, as to protect himself from the coming swarm.
All right, you can use your movement to climb up one of the trees.
Okay.
And you do, and this swarm of insects can fly, so they follow you, and you're still being approached at least by a swarm of insects. You're able to outdistance this particular swarm, but it's still coming towards you. If you wanted to use some sort of an action.
Carol is going to tear part of his cloak and fashion a fly swatter type of thing onto his staff and swipe it into the swarm.
Nice. All right, so roll some attacks with your giant improvised fly swatter. I like it.
That's what Carol's gotta do.
You can just roll your regular quarterstaff damage for that.
14?
Hit.
13.
So you swipe once through this thing, and you seem to take out a fair portion of the insect. It looks definitely a lot smaller. There's some insect guts on the cloak there, and you have some more attacks. You want to swipe it again?
Yes. Swipe again. 28.
Hit. Yes. Damage again.
10.
Alright, so you do the second swipe of your giant fly swatter, and that seems to pretty much take out that particular swarm. But you can see other swarms forming around, especially from your perch up in the tree. You can view that there's at least 3 or 4 of these swarms, and they seem to be kind of staying close to the ground and sort of closing in on the party from different directions. You have an offhand attack if you want to use that, nor have you used all of your movement if you want to do anything else.
Okay.
There's flurry of blows too.
Carol, yeah, I'll do a flurry of blows and continue swatting at them.
So you can jump down right on another swarm that is near below you, and you can do your 2 attacks, 2 unarmed attacks for flurry of blows.
18 for the first one.
Hit. So roll that other offhand attack too.
15.
Also hit. They're not that resistant, you know?
Both 11.
You drop down on top of another swarm and smash it once, and then kind of like jump up again and smash it again, sort of flop over backwards on it to swat him again, and that seems to pretty much take out that second swarm too.
Okay.
Good job.
Oh my god, I feel disgusting.
Yeah, you have a lot of bug guts on you. And
Nice.
we'll move on to Black Pepper.
Black Pepper is going to charge his hands together, and he's going to say, "Get away from me, you giant bugs!" because they're very big to him. And he's going to shoot an Eldritch Blast,
Ooh.
because I am part warlock, you see, now.
Roll for it.
15 to hit.
Hit.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's great. And it's 4 points of damage, force
Ooh.
damage.
So that blast of force hits just right through the center of another swarm of insects, but it's a fairly narrow blast, and so kind of knocks a hole, incinerates some of the insects in the middle of there, but there's still a pretty high-powered swarm that you're dealing with. Do you have any
Yes.
other part of your turn?
Then I would like to move, and while I'm moving, I will zip and zap from this way or the other, and I will turn invisible.
Whoop, zoop. All right.
Yeah, I'm using my full movement to just get out of the way, and if I see like someplace to hide, maybe in a tree, because I'm very small, I will take that opportunity.
Oh, you could definitely find a notch in one of the trees if you want to hide in there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Right. And then we are at Clara.
So she really doesn't want to touch a bunch of bugs. So the closest, I guess, smattering of bugs next to her, she's gonna extend her hand and kind of blow out, and she's gonna use poison spray. And basically they have to make a con save, otherwise they take 1d12 of poison damage.
Con save for the bugs.
DC 14.
They rolled a 14.
Then they save. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shillelagh on my staff and just chill and let the bugs eat me up for a moment.
So you spray a whole swarm with poison, and they just like kind of like disperse a little bit, and then just like as it disperses, the swarm just sort of like spreads out into a wider cloud, and the poison drifts away, and then they come back together.
Like you ever have like bugs that are like immune to like raid or whatever the bug killer is? It's kind of like that. You're like, why is it this murky?
Maybe that sorcerer that visited earlier tried this poison spray method, and now they are immune, but you have a shillelagh. And is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn. Everything I have is like, it does stuff to the ground, so I'm like, this isn't great for flying bugs.
Well, Carol had a stick, and he managed to do some damage, so it's always worth a shot.
Can't all be Carol, Zach!
I know. Carol's the best.
Sorry, I know there's a lot of me to be jealous of.
Yep, it's time for a swarm to attack. That swarm that just didn't get poisoned is unhappy with the dryad, and they are going to surround you because the swarm can occupy the same space, and they are going to bite you a lot. They bite for 20. Assume that's going to hit. And they do 10 biting damage. Many little tiny bites. It's very annoying. The dryad takes 10 HP of damage, piercing damage.
Ow.
That's that swarm's turn, and then XX Bloody Heart. XX Bloody Heart gets a turn.
Okay, in this area of the swamp, are there any cattail plants around?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay, great. What I want to do is kind of get one and chop it off or pull it out so that I got the whole kind of thing on the end. You know, it kind of looks like a corn dog at the end of a reed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now part of my burglar's pack is that I have a flask of oil. It's a burglar. I have a flask of oil. I want to drench one in oil and light it and use one of those as a melee weapon.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Okay.
Resist this, bugs.
Yeah.
You do all that. You have a flaming cattail to wave at the bugs. And I'll give you all that as a free action and part of your movement. You can actually do a thing.
Heck yeah. Then I will attack the swarm with this.
All right, roll an attack. I'm going to even say they're pretty surprised by that. You can take your sneak attack bonus. This one hasn't gone yet, and so you get that's an advantage, I think.
Advantage?
Hmm.
I have advantage?
Because you're an assassin, Jeff, and that's how that works.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so yeah. I think I got an 18.
Well, that's going to hit.
Great.
You wave your flaming
damage
cattail
on
at
that
them. It lies up. So you can just use your dagger damage.
5.
I'm going to say the flames do double damage. So double up your damage, and it does 10 points of flame damage, and just little mosquitoes incinerate all over the place. And they don't really like the smoke either. They seem to disperse a little bit with the smoke. Just how you keep mosquitoes away from a campfire. XX Bloody Heart seems relatively protected by his oil fire. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Aha, guys, get one of these.
Another swarm is going to come up and attack xXMinotaur, and it's going to bite you. It rolls a 16.
I'm pretty sure I'm immune because I have that spinny tail, and it just gets rid of all the bugs.
I don't think that's on your character sheet.
That's right.
It just whips
It
around.
might get a few.
It just kind of spins, and then it just flaps the bugs away.
Your tail knocks off 1 point of damage, but the swarm is also everywhere around you, so...
It hits. Yeah,
all
for
right.
sure hits.
Still counts.
If you ever have seen cows like out hanging out, like a cow will have like 1,000 flies on them.
Yeah,
They don't care.
They don't care at all.
Thick skin. All right, it does 10 points of biting damage all over you, but it doesn't go through the... your legs are protected because it has that lovely leaf pants on it. But your chest, your snout, your arms, your biceps. You've got a lot of little bites on them.
Ow! Oh!
And then another swarm is going to go after Carol. It rolled an 18.
Oh, yes, I think it does.
Carol has, I think, AC 18. So, yes, they just barely hit you, and you will take some bitey damage.
No.
This swarm would kill a level 1 wizard.
Yeah.
It would
It would
just
be
bite him to death.
super lame. You take 9 HP.
My bugs.
You take 9 HP of bites, and then it's xXMinotaur's turn. Take your revenge. You're surrounded by one swarm.
So this swarm, I guess, I see XX Bloody Heart with a flaming cattail. I see Carol punching them. So
Swatting. Thank you very much.
xXMinotaur is just gonna, shrug and grab his axe and use kind of the broadside of it to just kind of whack him. Just swing it sideways quite recklessly. He'll just kind of swing in a circle around him, hopefully hitting the bugs on the side of the axe.
Roll it.
Reckless. Ooh, I'm glad. That's a 2 and an 18 plus a lot.
Ooh, that's going to hit.
That is, oh wow, a 10, an 11, and a 4. So that's 25 damage.
One mighty swing of your axe takes out one whole swarm that's around you. They all smash. There's bug guts all over your axe.
Actually, he's just gonna lick it off the side.
Oh, yeah. They taste like your blood, because that's what a bunch of them just ate.
I taste delicious. Then, as my bonus action, I'm going to use Master of Tactics, and I'm going to use the help action to assist Clara, the Dryad. So I'm gonna say, "Hey, Clara, just use the broadside of your big barky arm, and just whack him with it."
My arms are not barky.
They are. I mean, they everybody, they clearly are, right?
We've been
They
traveling.
clearly are
I haven't
barky.
been able to moisturize. Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Use it to your
The
advantage.
trees are like, I think they're barky and they're beautiful. Does he mean that as an insult? No, I'm kind of offended that we gave him those cool pants.
No, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you use the.
And on your next attack action, you get advantage.
Alrighty, so it's Carol's turn then, and it looks like there's basically 2 swarms left. One has been donut holed by an Eldritch Blast, and the other one took a fair amount of damage from the other ones around XX Bloody Heart. Took the smoke fire damage. That looks like the extent of the threat right now, and it's Carol's turn. You're closest to the one that took a little bit of damage from Black Pepper, who is now hiding in a tree.
Okay. Alright, so Carol's gonna go after that swarm. Let me see if this makes sense. So, what Carol wants to do is light one of the candles with the fire, light his fly swatter on fire, and then smack them with the flame. Similar to what XX Bloody Heart did.
Sure. I'll roll a survival check to see how efficient you can be with all of that in the midst of battle, having jumped out of a tree.
8.
All right, you're able to get the candle out, light it up, and spark a little bit of flame on your giant fly swatter, which it doesn't light up like a big torch or anything. It's not as cool as the cattail that XX Bloody Heart lit up, but it's making some smoke, which they don't seem to like. It's a little on fire, and it was pretty effective even when it wasn't, so you can do something with it. I'm going to say that took up the space of one of your attacks, but you have one attack left.
Okay.
One of your, what would have been your quarterstaff.
So, Carol's gonna swing the flames at the swarm and try and hit him again.
All right, roll that attack.
17
Hit.
and 13.
We'll say that hits them, and the fire does a little bit of an extra damage combined with the Eldritch Blast, and that swarm is no more. The last one is sort of dispersing around XX Bloody Heart. If you want to try to punch or kick the mosquitoes that are surrounding XX Bloody Heart, you can.
Okay.
How come this doesn't work when I'm camping?
You gotta bring Carol to the camp.
Yeah, you need a monk.
Yes, man.
Just gotta roll higher.
Yeah, Carol is gonna go over and help out XX Bloody Heart and smack some mesquites out of the sky.
All right, roll those unarmed attacks. Carol is the equivalent of the person who sits around a campfire and just like shoots out their hand and grabs like a moth right out of there.
So I rolled a 19 and then plus 9 is 28.
Yes, all of these hit. They don't have that great defenses. Every single thing
Then-
hit, except for Claire's poison spray.
Then 18. So damage, both 13.
They are just so that knocks away a lot more mosquitoes, and there's just a few left surrounding Carol and XX, and it's Black Pepper's turn.
Okay, I will target where the remaining swarm of bugs are, and I will shoot another Eldritch Blast.
Roll that attack.
It is going to be a mighty 7.
Ooh.
The mightiest of numbers.
It's an adorable roll.
7 for the first time does not hit that Eldritch Blast. You're trying not to hit Carol and XX Bloody Heart, and there's a lot of smoke you're shooting at, and you managed to not kill very many mosquitoes at all. Anything else to your turn?
No, I am continuing to hide.
Clara, it is up to you to finish this off.
Ha! Well, I've got my shillelagh ready to go. So I'm gonna just, like as if I was wielding a fly swatter, I'm gonna just smack it up with my shillelaghs.
Roll an attack.
That's gonna be
With advantage.
Your whiz
I do get
Because
advantage. Woo,
I
21
have
to hit.
hits.
Yay!
Yeah, use your bark. You just used your shillelagh. I guess that's fine too.
5 damage. Man, that was not a great roll.
It's enough. You just bring that shillelagh. You charge up to XX Bloody Heart and Carol and just bring your shillelagh right down in between them. And it smacks through the rest of the swarm. Any remaining bugs kind of disperse off into the swamp. You've done it. You defeated the bugs.
Oh.
That's really
Yay.
gross.
Oh.
Carol,
Is it safe to come out?
Yeah, we got them all.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
XX. XX.
Yeah, what's up? You okay? Those pants look great on you, by the way. They're
Oh,
clearly great combat
thanks.
wear.
I'm pretty happy about. Did you really need to pour the oil on the cattail? Would the cattail not have lit by itself?
I don't know. Let's see. I want to take another one and just try and light just the one without the oil.
You do, and it lights a little bit. It kind of smokes and singes, but it's not nearly as cool as being doused in oil, which was like way more fun.
I'm just trying to learn your techniques. That was just so smart. I'm just so blown away by you most of the time, XX. I mean, where did you even come up with that? That's just
Oh
so
my
cool.
gosh.
I just hope that I can emulate what it is that you are doing there.
he didn't really do that much.
So as xXMinotaur is standing near the pond fawning over XX Bloody Heart, you notice some bubbling in the middle of the lake. Right in the center, it's sort of like gurgles and bubbles and ripples come out from the middle. Then you see something emerge, and it looks like 3 eyes on kind of like a eye stalk. And then a head attached to the 3 eyes rises up, and it's really, really big. Like
Oh my gosh.
10 foot in diameter. It looks like a frog's head, except it doesn't have eyes. It has those eye stalks. And then it keeps rising up, and it has like tentacles, sort of like rippling in the water around it, and it has a big toothy maw of sharp teeth, and it rises up in the middle of the water. It's only like risen up out of it to like its like midsection. But it is very scary and intimidating looking, and it's looking right at you.
Yeah, thank you, Zach. I hate
It is a froghemoth. I don't even know how to say that. Froghemoth. It's a terrifying looking creature, and it's just staring at you. It's like 3 eyes on top of its eye stalks. Do the thing where they like blink, but not all at the same time. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and
Those have
then
gotta go.
Hello, Friend?
You're just kind of staring at it, and it's staring at you. It doesn't reply to hello, friend. Then it rears back.
I can speak to Beast, and I'm going to say, ew, can you go away?
Don't insult
Be
it. We
nice
don't know.
to it.
Yeah.
Be nice to it.
It like tilts its head a little bit, thinks about it, and then it like rears its head back a little bit, and then it shoots out its long tongue right at XX Bloody Heart. In fact, XX Bloody Heart, if you want to make a dexterity save to potentially avoid this tongue coming at you.
Oh, it's like high school.
25.
What?
Ooh, you definitely leap out of the way, flipping and flopping all over.
Hey, not cool, dude.
So you do leap, but also as you leap away, you the tongue hits basically right where your feet were. It doesn't look like it actually would have quite hit you. And then the tongue reels back all the way back, and the froggy-myth starts to lower down again. As slowly as it rose up, it drops down into the water, and XX Bloody Heart, you see where its tongue hit the ground in front of where you were. You see it looks like a dagger.
A dagger?
A dagger.
Oh. Is it like really
Yeah.
shiny and attractive? Like I want to pick it up?
Stay out.
It's
XX, are you okay?
kind of exotic looking. It has kind of gnarled wood handle, like finely crafted gnarled wood handle, like very interesting kind of twisty blade to it.
Wow. It looks so perfect. Like it was just made just for me. I think, guys, I think I found a new dagger. And I'll go over and pick it up.
Yay!
So you do pick it up, and you have some time to examine it. And in fact, you have you kind of settled back down on your guard, obviously this time, because there's a froggy-myth in the water and apparently deadly mosquitoes, but also no portal. So you do end up sort of just sitting for a while longer, and you have time to attune to this dagger of the swarm. This is a +1 dagger that once a day allows you to summon a swarm of mosquitoes that will obey you for a minute. And then after that, it's just a swarm of mosquitoes
Oh
you
no, that's
unknowingly
terrible.
summoned into wherever it was that you summoned it.
Wow.
They just fly around and do mosquito things after that.
That's wonderful.
XX, are you okay? That thing almost got you.
Oh, no worries. But look at this cool thing.
What happened to it? Where did that thing go?
It's under
Great
the
question.
water.
Let's go away from the water.
Did it just give you a dagger?
I think so.
That's pretty cool, I gotta say.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, it's pretty cool. XX Bloody Heart always gets a special thing.
Look, Clara, you could have talked to him nicely, and maybe he would have given you a salad or
was
something.
Listen, all right, I don't have to kiss the butt of everyone that I meet, okay? All right, I'm not about to be like, oh, I love XX Bloody Heart. He's the best. Like, he and Clara should totally date. I ship it. Like, that'd be weird.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Clara.
Exactly. You don't
I mean,
even know.
I was nice to it first, and I didn't get anything, so...
Why would you kiss a butt? That does not seem practical, nor gain any kind of leeway towards gaining trust.
So as each of you debate and share interesting questions and aspects about your individual cultures,
Aspects.
Oh, man.
the portal ring gradually fills up. It's been a couple hours now sitting in a swamp, and eventually a new portal opens up.
I feel like we're not much closer to finding this stick.
I don't think we are either, but I would like to get away from the land of bugs and creepy swamp
Hey,
creatures.
I have an idea, you guys. I have an idea.
Yeah, what's up?
What if we all use our thoughts and we all think positively of the thing that we want the most? We want to find the stick, right? So we all think together at the same time, and then we go through the portal. Maybe it will take us there. It's the power of positive thinking.
And-
I don't know.
Well, usually I go through these alone, so that might work, and if we were all holding hands, it'd probably be even better.
Oh, that is a wonderful idea.
What? hold
XX,
hands?
hold my hand.
Oh, I don't know about this. What I don't think
Minotaur
that's gonna
grabs
affect.
XX's hand.
Okay,
There we go.
wow. Hey,
Grab my hand. Okay.
I'm also 2 feet in the air now.
Carol,
Let's all think
grab
that we
my
want.
hand.
For sure.
Grab.
Can someone grab my hand, but be very gentle because it's very small.
I've got you. And I
Okay.
guess XX. Oh, whatever.
I mean, whatever
Okay.
if we have to. Gross.
See,
So
XX,
weird.
it's
Now,
pretty
everybody,
barky, isn't it?
think about this
My hand's
stick.
pretty barky.
It's
Stick,
not
stick,
barky.
stick,
Eczema.
stick.
The magic stick.
Stick.
We want to go to the magic stick.
I'm
Stick.
thinking.
Stick. Corn dogs.
No, not corn dogs. Not corn dogs. Stick, Minotaur, stick.
Hello, Knights of the Rolled Table. First of all, thanks so much to Alex Deddeh playing Carol the Monk in these episodes. She is a good friend of ours at the podcast, and we hope to have her back soon for many more adventures with Carol. Thank you, Alex. If you haven't heard, we are now featured on a website called The Geekly Grind. TheGeeklyGrind.com is the name of that website. They cover all sorts of geekly activities, anime, cons, comic books, all sorts of stuff. So definitely check them out and see what we have to share there. There's currently an interview with our cast shared there. You can check out on TheGeeklyGrind.com. As per usual, check out Weston's music on Arcane Anthems. His Patreon page has a bunch of music you can access, and follow Weston Arcane Anthems on TikTok because he does some incredible original music and videos there. So check it out. Also for Chris's art, you can follow him at Dungeon Heads. Check out Dungeon Heads. Follow us on Twitter and all that stuff. Thanks for following us on Instagram. Thanks for rating us on iTunes and looking out and telling your friends. We really appreciate all of your support. Now, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and make life an adventure.
You all emerge hand in hand, and you're in a room. This room is kind of shaped like a semicircle. There's windows on the circular half of this room. You appear to emerge out of the portal that you're stepping out of. You appear to be in some sort of like a summoning sort of circle, like it's set up. It has the looks of a laboratory, and there's stuff everywhere. It in fact smells of corn dogs. And you don't see anybody in this room, but there's a door.
It worked.
On the outside edge of the room, there's like a staircase down. There's no staircase up. It's kind of like a conical ceiling. It looks like kind of a twisting staircase down, but then there's also a door, which is currently...
one direction, Zach.
Well, you're at the top of them, and so...
It's an escalator just going down.
There's only one direction from where you are.
Okay, I guess I get what you mean, but also, like...
If you were at the bottom of it, it would only go up, but you're at the top of it, so it only goes down.
Fair.
All right. Who did not think of the stick?
I mean, I think we can narrow down who kind of threw us off
Minotaur
here.
is delightfully chipperly dancing down the stairs, stomping his way down toward corn dogs. I did it. Black pepper at work. Corn dogs.
xXMinotaur, roll whatever you roll to smell things. It was like a perception roll.
Perception?
I think. Yes.
That is a 13.
Ooh. So the flat wall of this room has a door in it, which is closed. And as you kind of step towards the stairwell down, it doesn't smell like corn dogs down there. It smells kind of musty. You think the corn dog smell more likely coming from the other side of that door. You can also hear some stuff on the other side of that.
What kind of door is it?
It is a wooden door with like a metal ring on it. It looks like it has a keyhole in it. This room you're in also, as all of you kind of like look around, it's filled with shelves and like bottles and weird stuff and chests and
There's not any
trinkets,
trees
all
in
sorts
it,
of weird
though.
stuff. There are no trees in this room. There's nothing alive.
Lame.
Outside the windows, you don't see anything. You just see kind of like open sky.
I don't like it here. This place is lame.
xXMinotaur is going to start to kind of rev his hoofs back, and then he's going to think to himself and stop. Say, no, XX Bloody Heart wouldn't do it this way. And he's going to take his 2 fingers and jiggle the handle on the door to see if it opens.
It does.
And he's going to just open the door.
All right, roll stealth.
Stealth.
See, now, worst they can get us for is trespassing. If you'd have broken the door, that'd have been breaking and entering. So that's a completely different thing. So I'm proud of you.
18.
Oh, nice.
No, 17, sorry.
Good enough.
I have a
Stealthy
+8 on
Minotaur.
stealth now.
Rad. So you kind of like nudge this door open, and there's a similarly filled with like stuffed objects, trinkets, bottles, shelves, laboratory equipment in that room. There is a humanoid. It does smell strongly of corn dogs in there, but you don't see like a fryer machine or anything. You see the back of a humanoid figure that is in an ornate-looking red robe. You can only see the back of his head. It is completely bald and very, very pale, almost white, like maybe even he's wearing makeup, or it could almost look like the back of a skeleton. But this figure has not noticed you and is hard at work with something on a table in front of him.
Black Pepper would like to scour the room to see if he sees the magical staff.
The room you're in? Okay. Roll investigation to look for that staff.
Every time investigation. I'm not good at this.
What do you want to roll? Do you have better perception?
Yes.
Choose. Fine. Choose what you prefer.
Perception. I am going to perceive if I see it. I rolled a 17.
Sir, you sort of buzz around the room, look all over. You don't see the staff, but you do see that a lot of the stuff, like, you don't really know what anything is, but it's probably fairly valuable. You would guess that some of it has magical properties. In fact, you would definitely guess that whoever acquired all this stuff is deeply into the arcane arts.
Okay, I am going to grab whatever I can grab that is small, and I'm going to put it in my regular bag of holding.
What do we call it? Regular size.
Bag of
regularness. Yes.
Tiny bag of regular holding.
Okay, roll a D100.
Oh, okay. I'm rolling, and I got 84.
Interesting. Let's see what that means.
Hopefully it's very small.
All right. In this room, you're going to search through random item table C.
Okay.
Dungeon Master's Guide. I'm looking for that.
In the Dungeon Master's Guide, you can actually find random tables, and it's great for spontaneous adventures, such as random items or random encounters or random locations.
All right, what'd you have? 84?
84.
Ooh. You find... Oh, man. All right. Roll a D100. This is scary. I have no idea what this is. You're going to get a thing, though.
Okay.
21. You are drawn to this object. This tiny object looks like a feather. Different types of feather tokens exist. The one that you grab looks like a bird.
I like birds. Oh, it's a tiny feather.
A bird feather token. It is a wondrous, rare item. This tiny object looks like a feather. You can use an action to toss the token 5 feet in the air. The token disappears and an enormous multicolored bird takes its place. The bird has the statistic of a rock.
What?
Which is a gargantuan monstrosity with 248 hit points. This is problematic. This is why Dungeon Masters don't use random tables. But it obeys your simple commands and can't attack. It can carry up to 500 pounds while flying at its maximum speed, 16 miles an hour, for a maximum of 144 miles per day. With a 1 hour rest for every 3 hours of flying, or 1,000 pounds at half that speed, the bird disappears after flying its maximum distance for a day, or if it drops to 0 hit points. You can dismiss the bird as an action.
What is this thing called?
A rock. ROC.
No, I know what the rock
feather
is. but-
token.
Feather.
What the
Feather token.
heck?
You only get to use it once. So when you use this feather token, it turns into your rock, and then the feather token
It's
is
a
gone.
rock bird, though, right? Like it
Yes.
flies.
It doesn't turn into a stone rock. It turns into a living
Can
giant
it
bird
be-
that is owned by Black
Can that
Pepper.
be Bird the Rock Johnson?
I mean, it's up to him to name it.
I mean, if it's going to
Okay.
be a rock.
Only if it has a fanny pack.
White shirt on.
I got it.
Could you play him any other way?
I put it in the bag.
Well, that's what he found. It's in his bag.
Man.
Y'all don't know.
I have a feeling this might unbalance an encounter at some point in the future. That's fine. That's what Black Pepper's doing. What's everybody else doing? You do not find the staff. You don't think it's in that room. xXMinotaur is staring at the back of this dude who's at a table. What else do we want to do?
So can I roll corn dog perception?
Sure. Roll corn dog perception.
Corn dog perception. 11 for corn dog perception.
You don't see any corn dogs in this room. You think the sense of the source of the scent is what this person is working on at the table in front of them. You can't see what's directly in front of them, but you're concerned that whatever it is just smells like corn dogs and is not in fact a corn dog. But you'd have to move around a little bit to try to see for sure right in front of them.
Can I stealth forward?
Yes. To approach him directly. To see, you'd run a stealth to the side, or you could try to creep up on him.
So I'm pretty tall. Can I just look over his shoulder stealthily?
Yes. All right.
Assuming how big the room is. I don't know how big the room is, but...
Roll stealth. You're going to do this at disadvantage as you creep forward and try to peer over his shoulder.
Okay.
And he is a Minotaur, to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm rolling with disadvantage, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so I rolled a 19 and a 10, so 10 plus 8 is 18.
Wow.
He's a Minotaur who had a really good teacher, XX.
Yeah.
XX taught me really, really well.
All right, so you creep forward. You almost set your hoof down on a board, but you notice just at the last second that's a creaky board. It's a little bit loose. That's not where you want to step. And so then you step a little bit to the side on another board, and it's nice and quiet, and you manage to look over this thing's shoulder. He is, in fact, working on something that looks kind of like a corn dog. It's a little bit bigger than a corn dog, and it is pink with a green stick, but it smells delicious.
Oh. I'm fighting with myself here.
You appear to be like on the top level of maybe a tall tower. So it's circular. These two rooms together that have a wall through the center of the round tower.
Okay.
And XX is the only one on this other half currently that has this corn dog maker in it. The rest of you are all in the other part that you emerged through.
xXMinotaur is salivating.
Wow, no, I can't.
He thinks to himself.
Carol's gonna go over and see how he's doing. He's a little concerned. You know, guys, he seemed pretty into those corn dogs. I just want to make sure he's in his right mind if he blows this.
You walk up to the open door, you can see this figure. You can see actually xXMinotaur peering over the shoulder of this figure who's you can barely see because mostly you just see xXMinotaur's back. But you can sort of see that there's a figure right in front of him that he's somehow creepily peering over. And that's what you see. If you want to enter the room, you can roll stealth. If you want to enter the room, I assume quietly roll stealth. Otherwise, you do you.
I think Carol's just gonna enter the room. Because Carol is just gonna enter the room normally because it's how he likes to deal with new things. No, he just assumes that everyone is gonna be he assumes that if I gotta fight this guy, I gotta fight this guy, but I'm gonna go in friendly first. So Carol just kind of strolls in oh, my friend, I was wondering where you went, xXMinotaur. Excuse me, sir or ma'am. I don't mean to
All right.
bother.
So you take like 2 steps in. You take like 2 steps in, and the person like looks up and hears your footsteps and turns around just as you're talking. But instead of seeing you, it sees a giant Minotaur right behind it. Roll initiative.
Hi.
Carol, why?
He's just trying.
That's how Carol rolls, man. Roll initiative. So as Carol steps into the room with a few footsteps, the figure spins around, sees xXMinotaur, and this figure is
crap.
kind of creepy looking, has like black makeup. It seems to have some sort of like an eye inscribed into his forehead, and he looks at you startled and says, "What's all this then? I was just trying to make a corn dog." And he casts the spell Cone of Cold.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Wait, we're looking at a picture right now that Zach just sent us, and this guy...
That is a freaking Archmage. That is so bad.
This guy is,
Oh no!
So, xXMinotaur and Carol
sound
make
like Ed Wynn.
Constitution saving throws.
Oh gosh.
That's the most disturbing part, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna die.
14.
Carol rolled a 3.
Mm.
No.
Are we all
Not gonna
making
work.
the save?
No, only the 2 of them that were in the room with an Archmage.
Good.
Sneaking up on one. Both of you will take,
This
we'll
is gonna
assume you healed
suck.
up resting in the swamp, so you're at full HP. Both of you take 41 cold damage. Unless you have resistance to cold, that would help.
I do not. Well,
I have 37 hit points, so I'm out.
You are not in. You didn't walk into the room. This is just Carol and...
Zach, I just
Minotaur.
want to be a part of things.
Quit making it about you, Clara.
If you want to be a frozen statue, you can be a frozen statue, but as of now, I've missed you.
xXMinotaur holds up his arms in front of him as kind of these icicles just... He looks like one of those bearded guys who are out in like Minnesota for too long, and it's all like hanging off of his forearm.
There's icicles all
There's
over you,
icicles all over my...
blasting backwards
Yeah,
as if you were in a
exactly.
cold wind. Yes, that happens. Both of you take a lot of damage. There's
Okay, Carol tries to sweep his cloak across from him. To
You do,
protect
then you
himself.
still get frozen. I believe you have
Yeah.
11 hit points left after taking that damage.
Noise. Sorry again.
And then it's Black Pepper's turn. Black Pepper, you just heard this like massive sound of a sudden blizzard in the next room.
Oh my gosh. So I will rush to the room, assuming I can make it with my 40 feet of flying.
Also,
And-
Carol, when you got hit with the cone of cold, you happen to notice your like ring in the midst of that spell went like it didn't fully trigger a portal, but it went like most of the way there in the charge of that spell. Like Pepper,
Okay.
continue.
Oh, okay. So I will see this scary-looking dude with the robes and all of the ice on my friends, and I will say, "You stop that right now, you despicable man!" And I will first of all, as a bonus action, cast Hex on him
Mm-hmm.
because I am the warlock from Lady Aranya, and he has to make. Oh, I will impair a dexterity.
Okay. He kind of stumbles a little bit.
Okay, and then that's extra damage for me, and
Oh,
then
I'm suddenly a little bit dizzy.
and then I will shoot him with my longbow, which
Do
is
it.
very long. It's 4 inches. 23 to hit.
Hit.
Okay,
How much damage does that bad boy do?
it does 5 damage, and he is poisoned.
Ooh.
He has to make a Constitution saving throw.
His con save is 13.
Okay, he's not poisoned.
Okay, 'cause I always forget what that does. That's your turn.
That's
Did you
my
add
turn.
Did you add your hex damage to your attack?
Oh no, I did not. But
Under the cone.
additional 4 damage.
All right.
If I have movement, can I go back into the hallway to cover myself?
Yes. Yeah, it's not a very big room, so you can fly in. Take
All
stock.
right, I will fly
Shoot
in,
an arrow.
shoot an arrow, cast Hex, I will go back and turn invisible and hide in the hallway.
Clara, it's your turn.
Hey. Okay, I'm gonna go because I haven't seen them, right? Like I don't know
Nope.
what's going on with them.
Probably like a doorway-sized amount of blizzard shot through the open door. That's what you saw. And then
And I'm yelling out,
in and out.
"There is a very evil dude inside of this room!"
Well, I'm gonna be like, dude, fine, I've got that. I'm gonna go see if I can get into the room or whatever and get eyes on Batty McNastyson, whatever his name is.
You see him.
I see him, and
Yep. You see him, and you see two frozen allies.
he can see me, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give like a little shoulder, like little pop, like, and I'm gonna go, hey, and I'm gonna use my Fey charm. He's got to make a wisdom save.
I think you
At advantage, I'm
underestimate
pretty sure.
his fate.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. His first roll was a 19 plus
Jeez.
6, so
Yeah, that
you
was
resist. I see what you're doing. You can't charm me. You're a home invader. I was just here minding my own business.
Bonus action, I'll go ahead and cast Shillelagh again and like try and sneak out of the room with Black Pepper and be like, bye.
Well. All right, XX Bloody Heart, your turn.
Hey, it was worth a shot. I didn't
Yep.
know what he was in game.
Mm-hmm.
We're like covered in ice. And Clara comes up behind. Hey.
You know what though? How cool would it have been if I got
It would be
the-
very good. Yep. XX Bloody Heart, you're up.
Yes, so, let's go in the room with all the craziness. Can you just lay out real quick, like, what's the layout of this room? He was facing away on the other side doing stuff.
Yeah, it's like a semi-circle shaped room. There's a bunch of stuff in there, glass vials. It looks like on the kind of like lab table he's working on, he's got various like beakers and bubbling potions and things going on into this work he seems to be doing on some sort of a magical corn dog. And there's other kind of like stuff around, strewn about in wizardly fashion. He doesn't seem like a very organized. He's got stuff all over the place.
All right, anything that I think might create an opportunity for harm?
I mean, there's various like beakers of things. You have no idea what they are, so maybe you could throw something or like smash something on the ground, and maybe the ground would get wet, or maybe it would create a toxic cloud and choke all of you. Who knows?
All right, that might be worth a risk. I'm gonna run over around to kind of the side of where he was working with all of his stuff, and then you said it's all on like a table.
He's working on a table, but there's also various like shelves and tables and other things strewn around. So
Okay, so where he's working, I just kind of want to turn that table over so that all the stuff kind of falls right where he is.
okay,
Be like,
all right.
aha! Take
So
this.
while Clara's trying to charm him and everything, you're working your way in, sneaking around to underneath his table, and you kind of maybe go underneath the table and then come up under it and throw the table over. And he says, "What? My corn dog! What are you doing?" Anyway, what was happening? Oh, you threw over table. I don't know. Roll a d10.
Roll a
Let's see how this
d10.
goes.
Okay.
Yep, my numbers are good.
2.
So some beakers splash against him, and he appears to get wet. And some beakers splash at your feet, and you immediately slip and fall.
No.
It seems like some sort of like oily substance that's spreading out at kind of an unnatural pace, spreading out pretty quickly and under your feet. It's almost like you're suddenly standing on ice. Is that your turn?
I guess so, since I'm prone, unless I can use the rest of my movement to get up or something.
No, you probably used your movement to sneak on over there.
Super.
That is Carol's turn. Carol's real damaged.
Okay. Carol's just gonna try and crawl out of the room, recognizing his mistake, and get out of the way of this man.
Just at the exact same pace you entered,
Yeah,
just
pretty
like
much.
retrace your steps. Step.
Came in, messed everything up, and then left.
All right, is that your turn? Carol steps out of the room successfully.
Yeah. Carol's like, guys, I'm just gonna take a break. I'm really freezing.
That will bring us to the Archmage's turn. This is a good idea. I like this. XX Bloody Heart is nearby, on the ground, prone. Probably not going to get too close. I think he's going to launch a firebolt at you. So that firebolt is going to do 21 to hit. And XX, you're going to take 19 flame damage, except you probably have that Ring of Flame resistance, right?
Yeah, from way
From
back.
the fortress? Alright, so we'll have that too. It does not engulf you in flames as this superpowered firebolt would. You only take 9 fire damage. And then he casts Misty Step. He's briefly surrounded by silvery mists, and he teleports away out of the room. So XX Bloody Heart and xXMinotaur and whoever else is in there, he disappears. You don't know where he went. And the rest of you that just snuck out of the room, that's where he is. He appeared right there in front of you.
Damn it!
He's in the he teleports to right in his teleportation circle that you arrived in. And when he casts that, Carol, your ring tops off, and the portal opens right in front of you. But Carol, you know that if you just dive on through there, it'll close a couple seconds after you. And so if you're going to get other people out with you, they should probably go first, but they don't have to.
Yes.
That's the Archmage's turn. It is xXMinotaur's turn.
So xXMinotaur is frozen with his arms in front of him from this
Yeah,
blast.
you're not actually frozen. You just took a lot of cold damage.
Well, yeah, I'm just imagining these icicles hanging from his hairy arms.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He slowly breathes through his nostrils, and this plume of cold or warm air from his lungs kind of blasts out of his nostrils, and he slowly and then he reaches for the corn dog and picks it up, takes a big old bite out of it.
It tastes so good.
Oh, this tastes so good.
In fact, roll a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
17.
Yeah, it just tastes really, really good. You almost just want to sit there and just really savor that corn dog, but kind of in the back of your mind, you have a sense that there's probably other priorities.
So I'm going to turn around, seeing that they've all kind of left me and XX Bloody Heart, who's on the ground. Can I pick him up?
Sure.
Because I do have a larger reach than normal.
Roll a dexterity save to avoid a similar fate to XX Bloody Heart.
Dex save. That is not very good. Dear. Okay. That's a 3.
So you go to pick him up, and you similarly slip on this shimmery, oily liquid, and you end up prone next to him. But you have some movement left. You didn't really move anywhere. If you want to stand up and try again, or to try to shimmy or something.
So, is there anything? Can I grab onto his cloak and then kick against, a wall or a bookshelf or something in our vicinity to kind of slide us out of this mess?
Yeah. You're
kicking.
able to grab onto him, one of his mini cloaks, and push your way out of there, clear of the oil, and kind of stumble up to the two of you being on your feet.
Okay, so then that was kind of my action to kick, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll use a bonus action for cunning action. And holding on to him, I'll use dash. So I should be able to move 15 feet with him.
Okay.
And we're going into that room.
You get through the doorway, and you see the portal open right in front of you. Well, right, we'll say just to your right, there's Carol with a portal in front of him, and you see the Archmage over in the teleportation circle where you entered, and you see Clara, and Black Pepper is probably around there somewhere.
Am I out of movement now?
No.
Okay.
You have maybe 5 feet left.
Is that enough to get me through the portal?
Yes.
So I'm just going to huff and then walk through the portal with XX Bloody Heart.
All right.
and my corn dog in the other hand.
Yeah. Alrighty, that takes us to Black Pepper.
If I see the portal, I will go ahead and fly through, and I will have a charge. I will yell out, saying, "Come on, team! It's time to go! Out! Out!" And I will fly through.
He zips through the portal.
Oh, but before
Clara.
I do, as I'm flying out,
Ooh.
I will shoot an Eldritch Blast at this guy. Because
All right.
why not? I rolled a 1, so natural 1. So I do not hit.
So you fly towards the portal, and right before you get there, you're like, "Oh wait, I should do this." And so you shoot an Eldritch Blast, and it totally misses and knocks you backwards into some stuff. It there's backfire on the Eldritch Blast, and you end up inside a pot clinging around, and then you just kind of sheepishly fly off through the portal.
Nobody saw that. I'm totally fine. That's okay.
Clara.
Hey, so how far away am I from this portal?
About 10 feet. You went the other direction.
Okay, so there's nothing to stop me from just getting out of Dodge.
No.
I'm gonna say smell you later on my way out. I'll go ahead and I'll cast Entangle on where the dude is, just to make sure that he doesn't try to follow us.
Oh, you only rolled a 9, so he is entangled by these vines. Well, this is very rude.
Yay, he's restrained.
Clara is through. XX Bloody Heart is already through, and it's Carol's turn. Carol, you're clear for exit.
Okay, so Carol just kind of bunches himself up and starts muttering, "See, it's good that you walked in the way you did, because he got the corn dog, didn't he? Yes, you did good, Carol." And he walks through.
Ooh, I love Carol.
All right, you are all out of the Archmage's Tower.
Yay!
We did it.
And now we get the
Yes,
staff.
yes, but now where are we?
Yeah, really? Oh my gosh.
So, all of you tumble through. You find yourself underneath a massive tree. And it is hugely massive, kind of mind-bogglingly massive. And you sort of get up out of the sort of pile that you landed in outside of this portal, which closes behind you as Carol comes through, muttering about what thing was about what a great idea the walking into the room was.
Oh.
You see before you, kind of sitting quietly and serenely in the kind of giant roots of this tree, relaxing, the half-elf, Maya.
Hello!
What? Maya?
Bye.
Hey!
Look at all of these people.
Hey, the report was wrong. Listen, you
Bloody Heart, I was missing
My-
you.
It's been so long. Gosh, I didn't know I was gonna see you again. These are my friends.
Hi.
That's xXMinotaur.
Hi.
That's Clara.
Hey.
And Carol. We just met Carol.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
and me.
Oh,
I am very
and Black
small.
Pepper. I didn't see you.
I remember Black Pepper. Remember we met in the
Hello.
Feywilds.
Yes, it's good to see you again.
Oh, yes. Maya actually would probably recognize at least Clara from fighting her in the the little tournament in the Court of the Fae.
She was going into the trees, and yes, we had the little tussle for the display for Lady Aranye. Yeah, I remember. Just totally weird about it.
Well, gosh, it's where's the rest of the gang?
I have no idea. I woke up here. It was the craziest thing. I was on a ship, and then I got stabbed right in the heart, and I could feel the very life force bleeding out of me. But then Mr. Stick, who was actually Mr. Squirrel, sort of, but also Mr. Stick, saved me, and here I am.
Wait,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
okay. Where's the stick? Do you still have it?
Do I still have it?
You do not have... Well, so you do. You woke up with the stick in your hand, but it is just a stick.
I have this stick. Do you want my stick?
Oh, yeah, that's the stick. I'll go ahead and take that from you.
Okay.
Minotaur's gonna walk over.
Thank you very much. Well, wait, how do we get back? We never even...
I don't know. I've been hanging out here because I'm not quite sure how to get back. And it is important to take some time to really focus on yourself and really ask yourself, what do I want out of life? And
I'm adding a stick to my inventory.
you almost die. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I died. It is complicated, but you really start to think about what is really important in life.
Maya, your understanding of this time was that, and I'm going to just speak this because I don't want to do squirrel voice the whole time.
You did that to yourself.
I know that what Mr. Stick did for you was channel all of the magic that was in the Staff of Renewal was used to heal you. So it saved you. It brought you to the source of the tree, which is Mr. Stick. What was in Mr. Stick is the tree, and the tree is in Mr. Stick, just kind of like a tiny part of it. But all the magic that was in that branch went into saving you. And so this stick, this actual staff, is literally just it's not even a particularly good quarterstaff. It's just a stick, but it is still the stick, but it has no magic powers. And in fact, also because the magic power went into you, the healing powers that it used to have are now in you. And that will be represented by basically a paladin's
Lay on hands.
a paladin's lay on hands ability at the level that you are. So as your total character level, you have the paladin's lay on hands ability, the healing pool, and the ability to cure disease and stuff like that, according to what a paladin would have at your level.
Wow, I feel really OP right now. What was the question? I'm sorry. There is just so much going on. It is so nice to see all of these friendly faces here again. You are welcome to this stick. Although Mr. Stick does not work the same way that he used to work before.
Oh,
Well,
That's okay. She just wanted the stick.
I think
well,
she thinks that you're
okay.
dead.
Well, I mean, she's not entirely wrong. I'm pretty sure I was kind of dead, but the sticks, the healing powers, they came into me, and now I think they are part of me, but also part of the tree. And really, is it not all just a great big circle of life? Somebody should write a song about that.
Sure.
Where exactly are we? Do you know this location, or how do we get out?
Well, there is a tree.
Very good.
And probably about that time, a 6-foot squirrel sort of appears behind you. You don't really see where it comes from, but it's off.
Oh, hello. I see that we have guests. Welcome.
Stick, it is so nice to see you again.
Everybody else is
What?
seeing that, right?
You mean the big squirrel? Yes.
Whoa.
Please make yourself comfortable, partake of my nectar, and heal yourself.
Where
Okay,
is-
I like trees.
And then Black Pepper will go over to the tree and try to drink some nectar. It's probably as big as his head.
It like a little, right where you go to, a little spout forms at exactly like it actually forms a little acorn cap, and it fills that with nectar at exactly the size of a bowl for black pepper.
Mm.
Oh,
I'm gonna be needing some nectar, that's for sure.
Ah, that's lovely. A taste of agave and honey.
Yes, it is very nice. I have been enjoying it so much while I am here.
kind of running out of hands.
So if you all do that, as you partake of the nectar, it heals you fully. You feel rejuvenated and full and healed and energized. And
I just need you guys to know that ethically I'm not 100% okay with this, but our current situation demands it, and I don't want to insult the indigenous culture here.
Hey, Maya, I'm running out of hands because I have to grab the nectar. Did you want a bite of my corn dog?
I would love some corn dog. I love to try
It
different
is
food.
so good.
I do not believe that I have ever had a dog made of corn.
I don't think it's a dog so much as a sort of a meat pocket
you all kind of like rest and relax and heal with the nectar, and it just feels so just like cosmically wonderful and beautiful here. And you all sort of, especially Clara, but you all sort of like absorb the weirdness and settle out into like this place just feels connected to everything.
Yeah, I really feel like this agrees with me. Like, I'm good here. Like, look at my skin, you guys. Like, it's
It is
smooth.
blossoming. Yes, very, very healthy.
Maya, I owe you a very big apology. I really thought you were. Well, I really thought you were completely full of it with the squirrel thing. I thought you were just. I mean, I thought you were. I thought you were lying. I thought you were just making up a story. But
Steven,
What?
Steven,
What are you talking
I mean,
about?
Steven, you know I do not lie. I always
I know.
tell you the truth. We are friends.
I know, but like in the way that, like, you know, to you it was true, but wasn't factually true. And now hanging out with this squirrel guy, what's his name?
Mr. Squirrel, I guess, or Mr. Stick. That would be really up to Maya. He goes by many names.
You can call me whatever you want.
Mr. Stick, we could call you Steven because I could name you after my good friend Steven here.
Well, I feel like this is just making it more complicated. What I'm saying is,
All of a sudden, Mr. Stick transforms, and he looks like XX Bloody Heart, but he's still a squirrel, and he has like all of the cloaks and the like emo black hair and a bunch of daggers, but still like a squirrel face, and he's all like skinny and lanky instead of big.
What is
XX Bloody Squirrel.
It's like
XX
I'm gonna have to draw this, aren't I?
he's the first,
Gosh.
the
XX
first
Fuzzy Heart.
persona of X.
It's canon. Done. Well, I
Well-
appreciate your apology, Steven. I am so glad to see you. I did not think I would ever get to see you again.
I know
Or
I.
really, anyone.
So the squirrel says,
As much as I appreciate your presence, time is of the essence, and many of you will have a choice to be made here. I can return you, if you wish, to the town of Giacca, where you may rejoin your friends, or anywhere you wish. But if you wish to stay here, I could use the assistance of brave warriors such as yourself in balancing many imbalances in the universe.
I need to get this stick back to Aranye.
so the emo, the XX Fuzzy Heart, turns, kind of gestures to the side, waves his cloak to the side, and a portal opens up, not coming from the ring, but coming from him, that he opens it up. And you can see into your friends in Giacca. So really, you just see Gravely huddled around some friends and strangers who he seems to be comfortable with. So that portal opens, and you're all presented with the choice of who's going to go through and visit the town of Giacca.
Well, I don't know this place. I feel like we should take this stick back to Aranya, and it was nice to see you again, but we have a responsibility, so...
Oh, I understand. It is important to handle your responsibilities, and I'm so glad I got to see you again.
Oh, yes, you have a good heart.
Thank you. You do too.
Yeah, XX, I'm afraid that if we don't get the stick back to Aranye, that she'll take it out on you, and you know deals are very important in the Feywild, and I made a deal with Aranye. I need to get this stick back to her, or else some bad stuff's gonna go down.
I understand. Here, and he takes off one of his extra cloaks.
Oh my goodness.
And he says, Minotaur, you have earned your rightful place in the XX Street Gang. You may don
It's
this
way
cloak
too small.
around a shoulder, or maybe, it might make a good armband or something. But
I have never been so honored. And then he puts it on, but it looks like one of those like half capes.
Yep.
And then he's gonna give XX Bloody Heart a giant hug.
just pick him up off the ground.
Oh
Mm. Oh, you won't regret this, XX. I will wear this cape with much honor.
Good, you should.
Why are you two always so weird?
Minotaur wipes away a tear.
And you three can tell Aranye that I'm done. I quit. I'm going back.
Wait, XX, you're not coming back with us?
No, I was never meant to be there. I should go back to my world.
Oh,
I mean, fine, whatever. I'm just gonna go hang out with some trees, like.
But I mean, if you're around, like you wanna hang out or get a coffee or something, we could.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Take a shower.
All right.
well, I didn't know you very well in our short time together.
I feel like this is going good for me.
But good luck, XX, with your gangs and your knives. I wish you well. And if you ever stop by my temple, I'll maybe have some stuff to trade.
Okay. Well, where is that, Carol? What's it called? How do I get to it? Do you have a card or a phone number?
Oh, you'll know.
Okay. Will you be there? Or are you going to be doing this portal thing?
Carol, you should hang out with us for a little bit. We're going back to the
Yeah,
Feywilds.
I think I will.
You've been stuck hopping through portals for quite a long time without really a way to get back, because once you were in, it was taking you around more or less randomly. So one of these two options, either of these two options seems like a pretty good one, jumping through a portal where you actually know where it's going. So
he's gonna, I'll stay with you guys and help you with your stick. I still got some learning to do, and I feel like I haven't helped enough, so.
I mean, it's pretty small. I could just carry it myself.
Not just with the general task, okay?
I mean,
You could also stay here and help
Fine,
out Mr. Stick, the squirrel that looks like XX Bloody Heart.
You know what? That's okay. The squirrel, frankly, is very grating on my ears. I don't know if anyone else has been feeling that, but
That's
Oh,
fair.
Yeah, like that voice
it's
is
not
I'm
okay.
gonna, you know,
No, it's
I have an anger problem. I'm not ashamed of it.
After changing to a different form,
Oh
Mr. Appreciated Lord.
In that
please
register.
don't.
and he changes and he's like, "Hey, is this
No,
a
that's
good
even
one?"
weirder.
Whoa.
I already said I'm going to help with a stick, alright? You know, I'm not going to change my mind.
All right, I didn't mean to
No,
offend you.
I'm
whatever
not
you wanna
offended,
do.
alright? I'm not offended, okay?
Okay.
Just made my choice.
Well, then safe travels, Carol.
Thank you.
Steven, are you are going to go visit Greatly, yeah?
Of course. We're going to get the band back together.
XX Bloody Heart, I want to give you something. And Black Pepper flies over, and he pulls out the bag, and he takes out the token with the feather on it, and he gives it to XX.
Oh God, please no, no.
no.
What is
Oh,
I
all
want
right.
you to have this.
Thank you. I will stow this away. This lovely little feather.
You can have.
You can take this.
Who else? Who else has magical items to give me as I continue the plot? Anyone? Last chance.
Oh no.
By the way, Mr. Minotaur, I really like your plants.
Oh, thanks. You were Maya, right?
Yes, that is right.
Do you want them?
No, that is fine. You can keep them.
Okay. I gave you the corn dog. You like that a lot, right? It's a good corn dog.
I did enjoy the corn dog.
All right.
I am very grateful for you, and I'm glad that we are friends. I hope I get to see you again.
I hope I see you again, too, Maya.
Goodbye, xXMinotaur.
Goodbye.
So do we go through the portal? Who goes first? It's kind of
The magic squirrel opens up a second portal back to the Feywild near Aranye's court. If that crew is going to head back with a non-magical stick that Aranye is going to be very upset about.
Hooray.
Okay, bye. Boy, she is going to be so happy with us. It's going to be great. I can't wait.
we found the stick, right? It's
Yeah,
gonna be great.
I'm
It's gonna be
excited to
so-
meet her.
Oh, it's going to be
Bye.
great. You're going to love it. There's lots of berries and fruit.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Oh, did we mention that she's a massive spider?
What?
Boom! The portal is closed. So there's XX Bloody Heart and Maya and a giant squirrel who says,
Farewell, Maya. I wish you the best. I have enjoyed your time here.
Thank you, XX Fluffy Squirrel. I'm very grateful for your time as well, and thank you for saving my life. I am well attached to it, and I am glad to still be here.
I'm sure you will do great things with it.
I hope so.
and the two of you step through the portal back to Gianca.
Yay!